We've made it really easy and accessible to switch between LookLab and Grid 3 just by selecting this button. This is to give quick access to communication and also to eye gaze settings and positioning. We've created a grid set for this purpose, and you can add it to your Grid Explorer by going to Menu, Add Grid Sets, and then you'll find it within the Computer Control section. If I open the grid set for the first time, I'll need to make a selection based on the brand of eye gaze camera I have connected. And then once the grid set is open, I can check that my position is correct. If necessary, I could do a calibration. But I'm just going to jump into a simple chat grid before returning to LookLab with this cell here on the right. When I'm in LookLab, throughout the software, as long as I have Grid 3 installed, I'll see this cell visible, except during the activities themselves. The cell is eye gaze accessible, and when I select it, I'll switch to grid and I'll be in the same place as when I left it. If grid wasn't open, it would be launched and go into either Grid Explorer or my default grid set, depending on my grid settings. So I could jump from LookLab into any grid set, which could include my usual AAC grid set. But I would need to remember to include a button like this one to jump to LookLab within that grid set. So I'm just going to show you quickly how you could add this cell into another grid set. So I'll go to Menu and Edit Grid. And all I'm going to do actually is copy and paste this cell across into SuperCore. If you wanted to, you could make the cell yourself just by adding a Start Program command and setting it to launch LookLab. But even easier is to copy it from here, then go into Grid Explorer, and open SuperCore. I'm going to go into edit mode, and I'm just going to put this cell onto the Magic Wand page. So first I'll jump to that page. And then simply paste it from the clipboard. Finish editing and save my changes. And this button is ready for use. So now I can return to LookLab from here. And now when I jump to grid, it's going to jump back to the same grid I was in before. So that's just a quick introduction to navigating between LookLab and Grid 3.